All right. Let's start getting into it. What is up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome in. Uh, for the first, basically, while I go through my list here, I'm gonna leave it on member only chat. Once I'm done with the list, which no, it's a really big list. That's when I'm gonna open the floor to everybody. So bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. But anyways, we're going to be going through the markets. We're going to be looking at starting off the metals. Then we're going to go into a couple stocks that I'm paying attention to. Then, of course, we're going into crypto because it looks like crypto's finally starting to catch a little bit of a bounce, which I guess it just took an all new year to get that started. So we'll see how things continue into tomorrow. What's up, Rich? How you doing? How you doing? Oh boy. All right, big list today. So we're going to start off with gold. Oh, by the way, that chart I was just in, I'm in a trade on Zcash. I'm currently in a long. And there was a nice update to the week's platform where they're actually showing your liquidation price on the chart. I love that. Absolutely love that. But yeah, just a nice little short-term long right now, which I might want to raise my stop loss and get out of it. I don't know. It's looking a little weak right now, but we'll see how things go throughout the night. Anyways, let's start flying through this list so we can see what's going on. Now, looking at gold here, gold was in this nice little rising wedge channel looking thing. We broke to the upside out of it, we completely breached it, looking like we were going to go up to 4,692. However, lending standards for margin literally went up overnight. So I forgot what they were for gold beforehand, but they jumped up to 9%. So of course, a lot of people had to reallocate their positions, reallocate their margin, and probably have to pay off some debts. So we saw a sharp spike in all the metals, but gold in particular, really nice pullback, resetting the stochastic on the daily, getting back to neutral territory on the daily. So this thing actually could keep on going, which it's kind of wild. If we happen to break 4,692, I guess maybe somehow, some way it gets up there to 5,666. That's a massive market cap. I don't actually understand how it'll do that. But hey, right now we have JP Morgan Chase. They're in trouble because, you know, they were manipulating metal prices and they have to pay a 1 point something billion dollar fine. So who knows? Maybe the banks will just stop manipulating it and then they allow it to go up to these astronomical prices. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, that's gold right now. Looks like the rally could continue. And gosh, and if it breaks that 4,692, looking at $5,666. That's insane to me. Absolutely insane because the market cap on this thing is just crazy. Moving on, we got silver. So silver's the culprit for the major manipulation in the metals market from Chase. But we saw this crazy red candle. It was a 9% down day, and everybody was freaking out over silver. In reality, if you're a part of crypto, you see pullbacks like this when things are going parabolic all the time. But yeah, the margin rate on this thing jumped up to 30%. So there were some margin calls happening, and not a good time for the metals. Not a good time. But anyways, looks like we have reset the stochastic on the daily already, and it does look like we are out of the overbought territory. So if silver decides to keep on going, it can. Next target would be $92.54. That would be a little bit insane. A little bit insane. We'll see what happens. A lot of use cases for silver around the world and for everything. Like everything. But solid state batteries is the newest thing that wants to consume up as much silver as possible. But we also have to pay attention to graphite in the future because I think it's Samsung or something. They're partnering up with God knows who. And they're going to try and substitute silver with graphite to try and make these solid state batteries. So something to just pay attention to in the background. Next up, we got copper. I think if you are trying to trade metals, copper might be the way to go right now because copper has not gone parabolic yet. We are actually at this nice little area in which we're finding a lot of resistance. First target 615, but the second target is still looking like $8.02. I do believe that's going to play out. As long as the metals keep rallying, we're more than likely going to see copper get its day, and it's going to fly and confuse everybody. So copper's looking really nice to continue its rally. Beautiful uptrend. Kind of too bad because we use copper for a lot of stuff as well. So good luck to electricians out there. Good luck. Checking out platinum. Platinum made its move. It made the 25% move, and it pulled back. Best part about it, we are back testing the one on the trending fib here. Nice solid back test, and we're rallying off of it. Platinum might not be done. We might see it pretty close to that $3,000 level. 2,945 is the next target if it keeps on running. We're going to see what Wall Street does tomorrow, but looks like they still have a large appetite for these metals. So that's kind of wild. Kind of wild, but platinum going crazy. Going crazy. All right, next up, we're going to be looking at waste management. So waste management is one that I am currently accumulating, buying, and jumping headfirst into. They have great announcements where they are going to start doing I believe it's $400 million corporate buyback this year, as well as they're raising their dividends by 16.3%. So they got money. They got money to spend. They got money to burn. And as of right now, I'm looking for about a 9% move to the upside, getting us back up to 239. But after that, 295 is my target. If we zoom out and we look at this chart, people apparently have a lot of trash. A lot of trash. And I don't think trash is going anywhere. But yeah, we had a recent downtrend. We broke out of it. Bullish backtest. Now we're just fighting with a little bit of overhead resistance at that 222 level. We have a high stochastic on the daily, so we could chop around here for a bit. But this one, I do plan on opening up some options come Monday. And I do believe that 35%, I'm going to be playing that one pretty heavily. So this is one I do think we could be profiting greatly off of. We'll see how it goes in the future. But I do think this is another very good, safe play. So waste management, everybody. Waste management. All right, next up, we're going to be looking at NVIDIA. NVIDIA here. I did make a static video on this one. It has been going stagnant because it was the end of the year. However, remember, we had nice bullish movement going to the upside, sideways consolidation. We are expecting more movement to the upside. This is another one. I don't know how it's going to do it, but we could see this thing trading anywhere between 246 and 267. No idea where they're going to get the money for that because their evaluation, their market cap is astronomically high to me. But hey, if the real money out there wants to keep throwing it into NVIDIA, who am I to judge? We're just here to make money riding the waves of the whales. and they are piling into Nvidia, especially with the AI boom still running. So go Nvidia. Still looking for 246, 267. Next up, we got PayPal. So PayPal, this one, I had much higher hopes for last week. This week, ooh, we are struggling a little bit. However, as long as we stay above 58.01, that is a weekly level of support. As long as we can stay above that, then we can look at this as a little bit of a fake out right as the year was ending, so that we don't have to worry too much about this little price movement to the downside. Once again, we got to see what happens on tomorrow when the markets open up again, and then what happens on Monday. But PayPal, I do believe, has an opportunity at a brand new uptrend and a lot of upside on a common retrace, because this was just devastating to the downside. And let's face it, let's read the room. Small businesses got absolutely demolished, desecrated, and died. That was a lot of PayPal's bread and butter right there, was a small business. So as they start rebuilding, regrowing, whatever they need to do, we're probably going to see PayPal start making some massive gains to the upside. We're going to be looking for 211 on this one, on the common retrace, which is a little over 200%, 249% to the upside is what I'm looking for. So I have started buying this one already. However, this one's one of those, if it loses that $58 level, I'm going to cut my losses, cut bait and run. I'll wait until it gets down to $50 again as a confirmation low if it does break that level. I'm looking for it to hold, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, right now we do have the technical hidden bullish divergence on the daily, where you have a low here, significantly lower on the RSI, but we have the higher price. So that is the thing I'm banking off of, is that hidden bullish divergence. We'll see if it plays out. Anyways, that is PayPal. In the short term, could see it going to $64 or even testing that $70 level. But you're not going to get too excited about this till it breaks the downtrend, confirms the uptrend, or confirms $58 as the main support, and then you can start piling into this thing like there's no tomorrow. But until all of that happens, it's all speculation right now. All speculation. But anyways, that is PayPal. Next one I did buy options on, and that is Plug Power. Plug Power right now is hurting my soul, but noted, the option doesn't expire till 2027, so I don't actually care that much about the short-term price action. All I really care about is the fact that historically, this in between 240 and 161, amazing times to buy. Absolutely amazing times to buy. As it started rallying out of there, I do think this year is going to turn into a massive year when it comes to energy and energy production. So this is an energy play. This is hydrogen energy. We'll see if they can actually catch some traction, catch some movement, and if they do, I'm looking for that 244% to the upside, looking for 747 on a nice test of previous support that could act as a resistance. I will sell off my options at that level. So we'll see how that goes. See how it goes. Playing around the options, guys. Playing around in the options. All right, next up, we're going to look at QuantumScape. So QS, QuantumScape Corporation. I do believe this company is the one making solid state. What the heck just happened here? Why'd it go to Apple? QS, QuantumScape, click. Did they get acquired or something? Why is it going to Apple? The fuck? QS. Why was that so hard? Why did it keep popping into Apple? How strange. Anyways, QuantumScape here. I thought I had this thing all marked up and stuff, but apparently I don't. Anyways, we're going to look at this one real quick. I believe they're making solid state batteries right now. Let me double check here. Solid state battery tech. Okay, this is one I'm actually extremely interested in. So with solid state batteries, this could resolve the whole EV car situation, where it could actually help them charge faster and last longer. So all the drawbacks of any type of EV car battery that you could think of, they get basically wiped away with the solid state battery. So that's something that does interest me a lot, and QuantumScape is the one leading the charge. Anyways, looking at this, it's looking like we have a golden cross on the weekly. We could come down to 169.13, but this is amazing price movement. The thing you have to worry about is the fact that we did have bearish divergence here, so we could get a continuation to the downside. That's always an opportunity, but we're going to see what happens. Anyways, looking at our daily here, it does look like we're just getting a little bit of a meltdown, which is unfortunate. However, levels to pay attention to. If we can stay above 177 as well as staying above 146, anything in this little zone here might be a good opportunity, but we're going to have to wait and find out. Anyways, QS is one that's on my radar, and maybe it might get onto your radar as well. So QuantumScape for the solid state battery. Currently in a nice little downtrend here that we really want to see broken. But we'll see how that goes. Price target to the upside once it does break. We're going to be looking for this 395. Longer term targets are insane. They're actually really insane. But I would be taking this peak to low, and I would be looking for the 618 at 535.56. So if it does get up there, that'll be a hefty gain, and we could be looking at the possibility of 185% more upside. So in the stock world, that's astronomically high. Anyways, moving on, we got OKLO Inc. Is going to give me Apple again? All right, no, it's not. So OKLO, we lost the uptrend. That is something we do have to pay attention to. On your daily, we just lost the 200, but we are still holding above $67. If we can hold $67 and start rallying out of there, then this rally might be intact, and we might actually still have a run for that 215. Right now, this one is nuclear energy. I made a whole video about this. You guys can go back and look at that video. If you want a more in-depth view of that, you can go look at it. Anyways, yeah, 204 to 329% upside, and I do think this one's going to play out. Our energy consumptions are not getting any less. They are only going up. So I do think nuclear energy is going to be one of the options and or necessities we're going to need in the future. So we'll see how long it takes for them to start pumping these stocks up like crazy. Anyways, going on, we got SMR, same thing. This is nuclear energy. And this one looks like it had a beautiful retracement, had crazy gains to the upside. We lost this uptrend so far, but with the new year, we get possible new price action. So if we do hold on to that 1362 level, the higher lows will be intact, and then we could see this rally anywhere between the 126 to 318% possible upside. This thing looks crazy. It looks great. As long as there's nothing wrong with it, then there shouldn't be a problem with rallying back up. This looks like general profit taking, because one thing you should notice is from your low to high, that was 3,383%. So of course they're going to take some profits. And now it looks like we're getting back into the 886, almost 100% retracement levels, which normally, if things are okay, people start buying back in. Normally. We'll see what happens. Anyways, something to keep on the radar, SMR. Here comes another one, BWXT. This is another nuclear power thing. So if we can stay above 158, we're sitting pretty. We're doing good. But the thing that caught my attention is the fact you had a low, higher low, and you have your hidden bullish divergence. So that always catches my attention. That always makes me want to start buying in. If this starts catching the rally again, we could see 263 to 327 targets. That's 49 to 86% upside. Kind of crazy on the upside numbers, but it's all possible. It's all possible. CCJ is next. Kamiko Corporation currently holding on to the 50 simple moving average on the daily. We could see this rally continue to the upside. We're looking for 116 to 146. If this thing actually gets your jollies going, well, guess what? It's nuclear power also. These are all Nuclear power plays. As you can tell, I'm paying attention to nuclear. Nuclear looks pretty damn good to me. We're going to see how it all plays out. Now let's go ahead and get into crypto. So next up, we're going into Bitcoin, which I think I need to redraw. No, I don't have to redraw it. I did it. All right, cool. I thought I had to redraw the chart, but I do need to redraw my levels. So looking at Bitcoin, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that right now I am bullish because I see hidden bullish divergence, but not everybody sees the same thing. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not here to change their mind. I'm just here to show you my opinion. Anyways, you have that level down there between 71,000 and 65,000. If we do fall, we should see some support. We have this little level of liquidity right in here, which we have back tested the $80,565 levels. So you can see back here on March 10th of 2025, we hit this level, got a weekly candle close. We bounced off of it. We fell below on the fake out and then flew out of there for new highs. So right this moment, we have been trading sideways for 8 weeks. This has been the just boring time of the market where we do nothing. But we are finally officially broken out of the downtrend. That's good. We have low stochastics on the weekly, in the bearish control zone on the weekly, with hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. That's great to see. Looking at our daily, this is where I get a little worried. We traded sideways to the point of touching our 50 simple. A lot of times, this leads to a dump. A lot of times, this leads to a drop, which that could be something like coming back down to 80,586 just to reset the stochastic RSI. And that would also give a nice little freak out to a lot of the bulls out there where they all of a sudden flip bearish. So yeah, that could happen. We could see that move to the downside, but as of right now, I would be thinking we get a move up to 97,354. Nice little relief rally. So I'm thinking relief rally, but I'm just telling you the possibility is there for us to go back down to 80,565. It's there, okay? Don't get caught off guard because, you know, could happen. Anyways, going into actually our liquidation heat map. That's what I wanted. Going into liquidation heat map, quick refresh while we're live here. Keep it on symbol 24 hours. So on 24 hours, looks like the traders are mixed. We got shorts in there, we got longs in here, but it does look like there's a bit more liquidity to the downside. Something we got to worry about because Wall Street has been dumping. Wall Street's been doing it. It has not been any other country. All the other countries have been buying. That's why you're seeing things go green overnight. But as soon as Wall Street gets their hands on it, they are dumping harder than ever. So hopefully they stop doing that now that it's a new year. Hopefully they cut the crap. You can see tons of liquidity to the downside on the weekly here. But we do have this nice little pool of liquidity in here. Check Discord on stream. Check it on stream. Alright, guess we're checking Discord on stream. Here we are. We have 2 feet of snow. He blew the snow last night. Look at that. Look at that. Nap time. Dealing with a winter wonderland. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright. So, anyways, lost my complete train of thought. Awesome. But there is this little pool of liquidity here sitting around 89,730 and going as high as 89,878. So there's a nice pool of liquidity in here. They could go for it, but it might be a little spike overnight, then drop in the morning. So be careful of those sudden drops in the morning. Wall Street's been doing that consistently. And it's been really frustrating. But anyways, I digress. Next up, we got Ethereum. So on Ethereum here, kind of the same thing. We have the high stochastic on the daily. We're trying to get into the bullish control zone. We also do have the hidden bullish divergence with the daily. So you have a low right here, and on that low, we were all the way down here. Much higher price, lower RSI. So you can see the hidden bullish divergence is formed. And we're going to see if the bulls actually capitalize on it or not. But that is the sign of your reaccumulation that everyone's been talking about on X. All right, that is the sign. There's your sign. So while you have headline, BlackRock sells, and all this other nonsense, well, guess what? You have major reaccumulation in the background. Yeah. You snowblowed 8 inches last night, and we got 2 feet since. That's crazy. It's a lot of snow. That'll keep me from moving to where you live. That alone, that much snow that quickly, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Anyways, on Ethereum, if the hidden bullish divergence actually plays out into new highs, we might see brand new all-time highs for Ethereum. I'm looking for anywhere between the 4,383 hitting, getting the 5,471, which would be a new all-time high, or even getting that extension to the upside, getting that 7,231. How does it get there? I don't have a clue. I don't know. Stars are going to need to align, and billionaires are going to need to open their wallets. You can keep your heat too. I'm built for tropical. I'm not built for that level of cold. All right, so next up we got Solana. Solana here. Solana doesn't look that fantastic on the daily. Just kind of looks meh. Looks very boring, very sideways, very sad. And I'm also a little irritated it did not touch that 113 level. That's a little bit of a tease. So who knows? Maybe between 113, 134 turns into the best levels of support as it has been acting ever since April of 2024. We have not really breached it outside of this one time where we breached it, went straight back up. But right now, we are putting in a higher low. I think on the weekly with that higher low, yeah, on the weekly, it's showing us that hidden bullish divergence where you do have a low here and we have lower RSI. Is it lower? Oh, I take it back. It's not lower. So, just getting a random higher low. And I say it's random because we're in between 2 levels. And just kind of, oh, I guess we'll buy here. So, I prefer it hitting the level. I don't like it what it's doing here, but hey, that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. If we do rally out of here, in the meantime, I'm looking for 150. If we get on out of this downtrend, we could get back up to around 205. So we'll see how Solana performs in the coming days and weeks. But I do believe Solana should have a pretty decent 122 is a level. No? It could be. Could be. Probably on the daily it's a level. I just like the weekly levels right now because you can see how it's acted. This entire range has been a support, so I like to use the range. But as for the daily, I do have this level marked out at 125 that we're currently back above. So I don't have the 122 level that you're talking about, but it's probably a level. Yeah, I can see the daily candle closes right here, and a daily candle close to the upside right here. So yeah, 122 definitely can be considered a level, but it's really choppy in here. So I'm just using the weekly. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, seems like a really good area to accumulate, and Wall Street might think the same thing. If we lose 113 though, $78. That would look to be the next way to go. Well, yeah, looking at the weekly here, oh my goodness, weekly looks great. Close enough? It is close enough. It's close enough. Anyways, that's Solana right now. Great area of reaccumulation. The downside here is the lower high. After all of this bearish divergence, that lower high is a real stinker. So it's nice that we did get into the bearish control zone. Would have been nicer if we got oversold. Would have been way nicer if we got oversold. Because then we could just, oh, okay, so it pulled back. It got down there. Great. Reset. Let's go again. We'll see how it goes. XRP on the weekly. We had a weekly candle close below 191. Uh-oh. So normal TA would indicate we're going down to 155. Problem I have with that is the fact that we're so deep in this bearish control zone on the weekly. We might not get that right away. Wall Street could start pushing this thing up if they felt like it. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but very lackluster asset here. It's not really doing much. It's just kind of sideways down, sideways down. It's like taking a little stair climber or stair steps to the downside. Really boring price action. Can't really do much with this. Technically speaking, as long as you're above 155, this is bullish consolidation. So you would expect eventually over time to see another move to the upside. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I much prefer the 886 retracement, which would bring us back into this range down here and maybe even 58 cents. So I'm going to keep on hating on XRP. Not a big fan of XRP. All right, going on AVAX. So AVAX has had a great time trying to recover the past day and a half, but it's down in the gutter, so doesn't really matter that much. I will say, though, from history, these are great areas to accumulate. The closer you are to that 1058, the better. However, on the daily right now, we can see we did have a level that was acting as a support. We have just broken back above on a daily candle close. So 1326 should theoretically start acting as a support, which would be great. It would be awesome. And then we can start seeing another run, possibly up to 1867. This is another one, just like Solana. I'm a little irritated. It did not touch support at 1058. A little irritated it didn't do that, but oh well. It's pretty bullish that it could not fill this entire wick. So we're looking for the nice retracement and possible movement back up to 1894 for now. Could go up as high as this nice green downtrend here, which would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $35. So AVAX, great area for accumulation. Great area for accumulation. Next up, we got ADA. Same thing. Great area for accumulation. But we happen to be putting in these higher lows. So higher lows right now are being achieved. However, this is basically a 100% retrace from your previous rally. So everything nice about zero taxes on American cryptos, which caused this juicy pump, all of it's gone. It's all gone. It's back to square one. I know that ADA is trying to do some type of upgrade, and they're trying to link up with Pith Network, and there's news down the pipeline, but they got to get it done. They're notoriously known for taking way too long to do their upgrades. And I mean way too long to do their upgrades. So we'll see how long that takes. Could lead us to a rally. We could get back up to 58 cents. I'm not too thrilled about the price action on ADA right now, but we're going to see how it goes. All the alts are doing the same thing for the most part. That's true. They're all trying to recover. You got a bunch of people reallocating into some of their alts. Now it's the new year. You're right. You're right. But I will say there are some memes that they caught some attention today. And surprisingly, Pepe was one of them. So, honorable mention. We will be looking at that chart later. But, yeah, some of the meme coins, they got some good attention down at their absolute rock bottom pricing. Caspa, yeah. Caspa has had pretty good movement as well. Next up, we got Link. Going into Link here. So, Link, great area of reaccumulation. Daily confirmation lows, staying above 1126. Awesome to see it. Awesome to see it. So, we could actually see this rally take us up somewhere close to that 1614 level. Could be a nice little move. We do have a downtrend to contend with. So, if we can actually break out of this downtrend and stay above 1126, Link might be a really good contender for this year. Might actually do something, which would be nice. Would be nice. But as of right now, we do have that high stochastic. It's kind of unfortunate. We could see a little dumperoonie in the morning, but stay above 1126. That's all I need. Stay above that, and we're doing just fine. Link is one of those, we need it, but nobody likes to invest in it. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Alright, H-bar. Checking out Hedera hash graph. Now, this one's nice because we had this box set up from all the way back in time, acting as a resistance, becoming a support, and now it's acting as major support. We got our daily confirmation lows holding on to the box. So now we're looking for a nice move up, getting us back to 13,591. So yeah, this actually looks really, really nice. And a possible bearish backtest of the downtrend. But Hedera hash graph, looking good. Looking good. If it starts catching fire, I'm going to be looking for 16,263 as our target. previous support, could act as a resistance, has not been formally back tested yet. So this would be a good time for it to get that back test. It would be a really good time. Next up, oh boy. I've had this awful cough all day. Oh, it's been terrible. All right, BNB and their corporate buybacks back at it again, 2026 edition. On the daily, we do have a death cross. However, it doesn't really look like it's ready to roll over yet. It does have that high stochastic trying to push its way into the bullish control zone. I would actually like it to drop a little bit. Interesting. I would like to see it drop a little bit. Would like to see a confirmation low back down here around this 787. That would be great to see if we can get it, because then I could actually strategize along from down there. But as of right now, looks like it might want to do a nice common retrace, getting back up to 1151. Don't know how long that's going to take. Don't know what kind of movement this thing's going to do. I just know the Binance exchange, they really do like using their profits to buy their token and burn them. So then they do send that price up every year. Could be a very good buying opportunity right now. Could be. Let's see if we have the weekly looking kind of sauced up or not. Back into neutral territory, still above the 50 simple. Holy crap. This is one of the most bullish tokens in the market. That's kind of amazing. Kind of amazing. So good job, BNB. Way to prop your price up. Doing great at that. All right, next up, we're going to go look at Pepe. Pepe, earlier today, it did jump up like 20%. Nice movement getting back above that 491 level. So is this going to look like the fake out of the year or what? Because if it is, we could see this thing rally all the way up to 1124. This could be a major movement for Pepe. And, you know, if it's going to do it any time, New Year's kind of the time. Could go up another 120%. On the daily, did we get the candle close above it? No, we didn't. We still use it as resistance. We could pull back. Need to wait at least one more day to make sure that 491 is going to be a strong support or not. So, yeah, Pepe, nice price movement on the day. On the day, up 22%. Now it's still trying to push up another 4% for the evening. I'm thinking right now, if anything, it could rally straight up to this level here at this 667. 67, yeah. So anyways, could go all the way up there. And that would be a formal bearish backtest. Could do that. Interesting price action. Interesting price action tonight. Next up, we got Bonk. We got Bonk. So Bonk trying its best not to die. Like all-time lows. All-time lows. Would love to see if we can get back above this 1002 level. If you can get back above that 1002 level, then we'll talk. Until then, maybe you rally, maybe you don't. But all-time lows, very, very tough for me to be like, yeah, let's go long, guys. I need to start seeing some higher lows. That's what I need. Need to see some higher lows. So Bonk, let's just leave it in the trash can for now. No need to talk too much about it. Let's talk about Brett, though. So if we look at Brett on the daily looks solid. Absolutely solid. This level has acted as a support once, twice, 3 times. Now we might actually see it rally up to 1868. Nice little 30% pop to the upside could be coming to a chart near you. This actually looks phenomenal. All we need is people to buy it. But Brett, we might actually see the start of a mild recovery. If we break this longer term downtrend here, you might see it back up to 4557. I think that's when retail will be back and pushing the prices. But we'll see. I got 2 more for you guys, and we're going to turn off the members only chat and then open the floor to everybody. If you have any requests, I will take them. But I believe Rich wants us to look at Cass, so we will look at Cass. And then after that, I'm going to get on out of here and do something about this cough, because, jeez. I feel like I'm dying. And I have to go to work in the morning. Still got to go to work in the morning. So there's that. Anyways, let's get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of it all. Just don't need it. Don't need it. All right, let's go out to the weekly here. Go into the weekly. Give me these weekly levels. Give me these weekly levels. Wow, nice. Former resistance acted as support on the wick and could not get back down there. That's impressive. That is impressive. So, we are staying above 1492. All we need to do is stay above this 1234, and we might actually have weekly confirmation lows. And we could see the new rally begin. It's kind of wild to think about. But going into your daily, let's see if we're maintaining an uptrend or not. I think we are. We generated an uptrend. We tried to dip below. We got back above. Interesting thought. Very, very interesting. If this is the case, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. Something like this, getting us back up into this range, 4687. Turbo does have an opportunity at greatness. This is really great. 163% upside is the possibility. Your daily has plenty of room to run. You just got to get above that 50 simple, though. Get a daily candle close above that 50 simple, and we might be cooking. Next couple days, we're going to find out. Is Turbo trying to actually contend? Is it trying to do something? Wow. Quite impressive. We are going to run into a bit of turbulence in that range. That range is going to be the turbulent zone. Awesome. Great. So yeah, that's what we're seeing out of Turbo. You can argue it might be a good time to go long. Last one, Doge. We're going to check out the Doge. Dogecoin never hit 11 cents and it maintained its uptrend. Wow. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Because now somebody could argue we're going back to 33 cents, baby. That's amazing. Nice that we're deep in that bearish control zone. Great that we're kind of hitting the uptrend and maintaining it. I would like to break this more recent downtrend and hold that uptrend one more time. But man, oh man. Beautiful. Beautiful. If this thing felt like it, it could stay above 11 cents. And we could see 163% upside on Dogecoin. No idea how that's going to happen, but hey, possibility is there. Possibility strong. All right, let's open the floor up to everybody now that we are done with our mega list here. Let me go into here. And anyone. Save it. There we go. And there we go. We did it. What is up, Passionate Fitness? How you doing? How you doing? Alrighty, so the floor is now open to everyone. If you have requests, feel free to request. XCN and Toshi, okay, alright. What's up, once alt season's here? No problem, man. No problem. Check out React, please, and Stater. Alright, React and Stater. React, Stater, XCN, Toshi. Alrighty, we will check those out for y'all. We'll check those out. Then I'll deal with this whole cofferoonie. So let's go ahead and check out Cash real quick. Real quick for Rich, we're gonna check out the Caspa. All right, Caspa on the daily, very nice, very nice. Maintaining this brand spanking new uptrend, brand spanking new off the presses. There we are. Maintaining the trend. So that's good. Brand new uptrend could be coming. This is nice. Let's check our weekly real quick. Let's see if we have extra hopium. Whoa, we do. Holy shit. Last time you were at this level, or even close to this level, from this low, you were in the bullish control zone. We are now deep in that bearish control zone. Massive hidden bullish divergence. Holy shit. That's impressive. First bull run ever. Members only mode off now. Yes, it is off now. It is off now. That's crazy. Let's redraw this. Holy shit. Insanity. That's kind of what you want to see, though. When you start testing previous levels of resistance as a support, you want that RSI to be way lower than it was in the past, and it is way lower than it was in the past. That's insane. If you can stay above 38303, this could be the reaccumulation area. That's crazy. Big if, though. It's a big if. You got to hang on to that. If you don't hang on to it, whoa, you're toast. Absolute toast. But major downtrend you're going to have to break out of. It's like a double downtrend. Ugh, gross. Okay, that's not ideal here, but there is a possibility you can get a breakout. Caspa might have hope. Just might. Checking out our daily time frame. Checking out the daily. Yeah, it's just a new uptrend. New uptrend. That's all it is. Still has a lot of work before I'd feel really confident in it. But I do like the new uptrend trying to form as it's trying to break out of the downtrend. That's nice. And this level has been your major resistance at 58,216. If you can break out of that 58,216, then we can start talking about common retraces. But until then, you're just kind of stuck up a shit creek without a paddle, brother. God damn it. God damn it. All right. Anyways. Nice. So we have a few levels to work with on the daily here. So if you do get that break, you're going to be looking for major resistance sitting right at 83038. I can hear every time you click the keyboard or mouse. It sounds like someone is knocking on the wall, FYI. Really? That's crazy. Are you wearing headphones or is that your speakers? New Joe Rogan video came out, Elon Musk, about aliens, UFOs. Is that the thing that the internet's been talking about, where he reveals more about UFOs? I like the sound of your keyboard. Okay. You're on headphones? Okay. Damn, is this new mic just that good? Maybe I should turn this down. A little bit. Hold on. I probably shouldn't play with volumes while I'm live. I probably really shouldn't do that. That's on me. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. There's a gain thing on here that I could turn down, but I think it's catching the vibration. Could be. I'll set this thing on my mouse pad. Maybe that'll help. Just maybe. Anyways. Now, the thing I dislike, I don't like what the RSI is doing here, or the stochastic. I really don't like this. Either come down to neutral or get reset, or like actually get to that overbought territory. I don't like that. Let's go into the 4 hour. 4 hours giving us very bad clarity of you're more than likely going to roll over. So that's completely annoying. 4 hour wants to come down, bring you down by your shoestrings, but your 1 hour wants to rally. Oh, this is strange. Yeah, they got Elon talking about 3AI Atlas and stuff. Oh, that's crazy. That sounds awesome, actually. I might actually watch that. So in the meantime, before the rollover begins, it looks like Caspa's trying to get a rally. Could be something around a 31% rally. It's going to take the whole crypto market to do it. So we'll see if that actually happens. But otherwise, I'll see you back down at 38303. 4 hour wants to roll over. Your daily doesn't look great to me. So this 13.5% strong probability of happening. Just mentally prepare for that, but hope for the 31% upside. But mentally prepare for some downside, which is frustrating, to say the least. Just so frustrating. This is gosh darn 4 hour. Alrighty. Anyways, going into React. Reactive network. We have been here before, haven't we? Hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour. Not a good look at all. Looks like we're about to drop way further. Jesus. Let's check out your daily. I don't like the daily either. Daily just looks like you've been bleeding. Market saw a little hopium, and now you're finding 495. Should have been acting as a support. Now could be acting as a resistance. Ugh. This one's a nasty one. You'd like it way better at 259. You'd like it way better down there than you do right here in basically no man's land. So, yeah, I'm thinking we're going to see this thing fall a little bit. Just a little bit. A little wee bit. This doesn't look fantastic to me. That's 42%. That's a 42% down. That's awful. If you had an arm that was not attached to the table, would fix probably. Nope, I'm keeping my arm on the table. It's comfortable. Very comfortable. The our pervious token that migrated to React just sunsetted last night. I think people finished and selling, but who knows? Really? I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, that's true. It is sitting on my desk. That probably would fix it. You're right. How are we looking on Plug? Plug's okay. It's not doing much. It's just kind of chilling. I have a bunch of options open on it, but I have a year for those options, so I'm not too worried about it. I think it fell 3%, something like that. But Plug's doing just fine. As long as it stays above 151, we're doing fine. Doing fine. So yeah, this thing, I don't like the look of it. I don't like this. It's good. We got a nice sharp spike up. Until you start putting in higher lows, I have zero faith in this token until you get down here into the zone between 259 and 192. Until you get down there, I just kind of, let's just see how low it goes. And you have your death cross to work with. The 30% upside, don't think that's coming anytime soon. So, yeah, sorry not to give better news on this one. The chart does not look like it's in your favor. Does not look like it's in your favor. If you can meet any alien race in any movie or TV show, which one would you like to meet in real life? The Saiyans? Yeah. I'd probably die quickly, but I'm not strong enough for them to care about me. I would want the Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z. They're a pretty solid alien race. I would do that one. I would do that one. Oh, what's my target on Plug? 274, I think. We'll go back and look at it for you when I'm trading. We'll go back and look at it. Alright, let's go ahead and check out Stater. SD. Oh, SD token. I think I've looked at this thing once before, right? Stators on Coinbase? Yeah, we'll stare at the Coinbase chart for this one. Trash can coin. Trash can coin. All-time lows, and you utilize your previous all-time low weekly level of support as a resistance. Dumpster fire. Don't even look at this thing. Until you start doing something nice, it shouldn't probably not exist to you. This looks really bad. Really, really bad. I don't know what this token does. I don't know if they have news behind them or anything. All I know is on the chart, all levels that could have been support are not acting as support. Even right now, weekly level support, you're below it. You got a weekly candle close, used it as resistance. Now it's like, hey, we're all right, right? No, you're not. You're not all right. This looks terrible. This looks absolutely terrible. Looking at the daily as a high stochastic too, and you did nothing. You trade sideways. I don't like this. I do not like it. That's cool you're putting in bullish divergence. Somebody's buying this thing. I don't like this. Until you can test that 37.34 and then create a higher low, zero reason to even look at this chart. This looks really bad. Let's go into the 4 hour. 4 hour looks like it's bearishly backtesting the 200. High stochastic in the bullish control zone coming down. So you could see this thing start dumping even further. I have no idea where it could go to the downside either. Just, ugh. If it felt like being mean. If it felt like being mean. Could see something like 12 cents. Don't most cryptos look this bad though, man? Most low caps especially. Yeah, I just don't think it's the right time to start jumping into low caps that look like this. Maybe when the economy starts getting better, low caps. But right now, the name of the game, if Wall Street likes it, that's something you could look at. And if Wall Street's not looking at it, it's really hard to make a case for like, yeah, this is a good investment. Just really tough. Looks like Zcash is about to catch the bids too. Higher prices. Looks like Zcash 4 hour MACD. Let's see how we're doing. Well, we're up on our 30x long. We're up 29%. That's good. I agree with you. Told you. Told me. He told me everything, apparently. The words were spoken. But yeah, it's just the low cap coins. If retail's not here to pump those prices, it's just not happening. And we can see from the jobs market, people they're trying to be able to eat meat, not even good meat, trying to eat processed meat. Like, it's bad. Pepe is the king of coming out of the gutter. Is that what you're telling me? That 22% that it did just managed to recover a level that should have been support. King my ass. It is king of the toilet. All right. Anyways, yeah, no, this thing, it could rally. Maybe it goes back up to 32.19. I'm not seeing a strong case for it. I'm not seeing a very strong case for it. Or even if it does rally, it's going to probably do this. Just pull right back. So you better be paying attention. It's up 28.5%. Exactly. And anyone who bought it outside of yesterday is still pissed. They don't even see that. They don't even understand it. They're like, oh, it's up 28%. I'm still down 99%. It doesn't matter. Sorry you missed that boat. You're up 234K. That's great. That's great. You're up 234K on a meme coin. That's awesome, man. I'm surprised you held this long. Meme coins and me, I sell, baby. I fucking sell. I sell those faster than anything else in my portfolio. Sell them so fast. Pepe looks like about to roll over to the downside. Oh boy, here we are. While other coins are down 95%. Hey man, it is what it is. I feel like BTC running a year early confused a lot of people on alts season enough to make them not trust like last time. Well, it's also the amount of scams. They pop up faster than ever. And now that there's AI, we get all the wonderful scams even faster. So before it was what, like 1,000 tokens a day. Now there's 4, 5. I even saw one metric, 7,000 new tokens a day. I was like, oh god, that's so many. That's so many. Pepe's not down 99%. It's down 68%. Okay. All right. Next up, we got XCN. XCN. So here we go. XCN. Ooh. Oof. There might be hope for XCN though. Also, the sheer amount of coins stealing liquidity. I don't even think they're stealing liquidity. It's just the meme coin traders passing their money around to each other at this point. Because institutions aren't buying them. They could care less. They're like, oh, they're playing with memes. That's great. It's looking like XCN might be ready to catch some type of bounce down in this zone. All the way down here. All the way down at this level. You're close. You're closing in. You're closing in. But any levels that were support, hey, they're gone. They're long gone. Oof. Harsh out here. Harsh. Ugh. Man. And the worst part is, because you had this high, this is still a lower high. We could adjust our downtrend. Ouch. So we're not even broken out. Damn. No, we have large groups that own Pepe. Pepe was always the main coin this cycle. How's XRP doing? Who the hell invests in XRP? Pepe's trash. Gold is beast. Gold just has a crazy high market cap. Crazy high. How's ADA and CRO doing? How's Doge doing? All down massively. You're trying to say that Pepe's not down massively. That's kind of weird. Oh, we are not at a bottom yet. Alt might make all new lows, so rest of the year we can make all-time highs. All-time high, so get ready. Interesting thoughts. Buy BTC and ETH, forget the rest right now. I don't know. They're not at levels that I would be purchasing. I'm about to start buying more AVAX, actually. Pepe now has over 2.2 billion inflows in 3 hours. Well, that's because people are trading it. I mean, when you get a token that's hot, every token does that. Everyone's buying memes. Everyone? I'm not buying memes. Therefore, your argument is trash. I'm not buying memes at all. I don't think it's time to buy memes, personally speaking. But hey, everyone has their own plan. Everybody has their own options of things to do. I'm just not doing that. Not doing that at all. Much favorite play long term. I've been by it for 10 years. Hasn't failed me yet. Nice. Not every token. Pepe has more volume than most of the top 10. Yet it can't get in the top 10. Hasn't made it there. Everyone's buying memes now. Well, that means we are not at the bottom yet. Down we go. Oh no. Oh no. So yeah, XCN right now, it is almost oversold on the weekly. Nice thing about that is the fact that back here, you were nearly like, you were deep in that bullish control zone. So I do believe you're going to get a little bit lower, get down to that 3084. If you can hold that level, fantastic. But as for a shorting opportunity, that might be a really good opportunity for another 28% downside. The top 10 is down from 2021 still. Yeah, and you're talking about Pepe that magically got created for the last bull run. It was its first ever run. Like, what do meme coins do in their second runs? Let's look at Shiba. They don't do anything. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, on the daily here, you're showing tons of bullish divergence. Ugh. It's just a shame you're not broken out of this downtrend. So you might see a little spike and then roll over. So yeah, I'm still thinking 28% more downside till you hit support. We'll see what happens with the support. Pepe might not even exist in 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, bro. It might not exist after the next 2 years. There are more alts now, about 50 to 80% more in track turn, making the market more crowded and fragmented today. That's interesting. Interesting. Looks like we have another bear in the house besides me. It's fine to be short-term bearish. That's fine. Trackers add/remove coins over time. Yeah. Be here forever. Oh, never say forever. That's how we know. Oh, God. Is the top in? Oh, no. That's a topping indicator right there. God, did it only have 28% in it? And it's topping out already? It's not good. It's not good. All right, anyways. So, yeah, this one, I'm still thinking about another 28% downside. I don't know if you're going to get it right away. If it decides to rally out of here, weird place for it to rally. There's no real support here. It's just in the middle of nowhere. So, XCN, a little more downside would be nice. If it rallies, I would not even think about taking that trade, honestly. Wouldn't even think about it. That's what Grok's response to alt now versus 2021 bull run. Nice. Oh my gosh, Pepe's up 5% an hour. It's destroying everything. No one cares. Low market cap things are easy to move. And if they're moving it that much, they're trying to bait people into buying so they can dump it on them. I don't understand how people don't know that move. You're still in a downtrend. You haven't broken out. Well, it doesn't matter. No, I'm short-term bullish. Might get a relief rally in January, but I'm long-term bearish unless we make higher highs. Okay. All right. Isn't that how generally everybody would look at things? Until we make higher highs, stay bearish? Porky missed the boat again. I'm going to keep missing that Pepe boat. I'm not even going to try and jump aboard. I could care less. Oh, man. Toshi. Yeah, the meme coins were fun back in the day. They're not fun. There's too many scams out there. I don't want to research into memes. I really don't. So I don't. Look at the top 100. They're all down in the last 24 hours. Besides Pepe. I have to look at the whole 100? Okay. The stock market was also closed today. You know, might help with the lack of volume. So you only have degenerates out there trading meme coins. Are we really going to argue about that? Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Let's go with this one. I don't know. It's when people want to toot their own horn this much, it quickly turned into me thinking, what are you looking for? Oh my God, I missed it. Oh, let me end the stream. I don't get it. There's levels of me not giving a shit, and you're starting to tap on the highest one. It's weird. Memes are crypto. Soon BTC will not be around. Oh, man. I don't know. If BTC's not around, I think all of crypto's not around. Right? Yeah, you got a problem. It's pretty funny. All right, so these are the levels. Wow, we are managing to get back above a level of previous support. Did we get the close? We did not get the candle close on the daily. So there's still a possibility this comes back down. Toshi, unfortunate. But we are super deep in this bearish control zone. No higher lows have been found. We're still waiting for a higher low. Maybe we can buy one on Amazon. Just maybe. But anyways, we have this downtrend here. So what we're going to be looking for is a break, create a higher high. So we need to breach this level of resistance, come back down, hold support. Then we might start planning for going long here. But until that happens, we're just watching it, just waiting, seeing what it does. And then on top of all that, where it could go is right back to this level here. Previously acting as a resistance, I would be aiming at that 5571 if it does get the higher lows and starts moving. to then create another bearish backtest. That's what I'd be looking for. All way right, just like I told you Pepe would move fast. Pepe 5% hopium. Oh boy. It's not doing its own thing though. It's following BTC. Well, everything follows BTC. It's what's the word? Homogeneous. It's a very homogeneous market. Everything moves when Bitcoin moves. Anyways, checking out our 4-hour. 4-hour not looking great. We might come back down a little bit, get that higher low we're looking for. On that higher low, that would be the time to start pulling some triggers. So we could see this thing come back down anywhere between 2833 and 2728. Anywhere between those levels could be a possibility, but I think we're going to get a little bit of a retracement, get that higher low, and then it could possibly start trying to make a move. Could. But up to an 8% move to the downside is possible. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. That's all I'm seeing out of this thing. We need a break. We need a breakout. It's like a Kit Kat bar. Moving on here. Plug. So, checking out plug power. My target for plug. So right now, as long as we stay above 161, I'm sitting pretty. We lose 161, I'm going to take the loss. I'm going to get out of my options. I'm not going to be happy. But we already lost the uptrend. I need it to maintain the level of support. That's what I need. If it doesn't maintain support, that's going to be a big-time issue. We do have technical hidden bullish divergence on the daily, so I'm not thinking we get below this wick here. Down here at 172, not thinking it will do that. But my target, 747. That is my target right now, 747. So that is what I'm looking at for plug power. I do believe hydrogen could actually be very helpful at some point in time in the future for something. Not sure what they're going to use it for, but something. We need energy, and hydrogen has a lot of it. A lot of energy. So things going up today is not surprising. True. No, it doesn't. Controls the market now. What? How would Pepe control the market? So, once again, Pepe here. You were flirting with death. That's what you were doing. You were flirting with death. On your daily time frame for Pepe, you got lucky you had this level here to be like, hey, keep me warm at night. Come on, bro. Help me out. And you managed to tap it and hold. Now you're starting to see a little bit of a rally. And now it's like, oh, I mentioned it during the stream earlier because we looked at this on the TA. It was like, there's a possibility of 120%, but you're still in a downtrend. Also, significantly lower highs. So right now, this entire rally, which you're almost overbought, you're going to create hidden bearish divergence. It is going to create hidden bearish divergence. So now you're just waiting. Are we going to put in a higher low? Are we going to put in a higher high? What are we going to do here? We don't know. We have no idea. We just have to sit back, wait and see. So right now, what I'm looking at, possible test 667. Once we get there, let's see what else happens. Weekly is exactly where it needs to be. Nobody. Okay. All right. Daily is where it should be. Okay. I think that's I think it's thanks to your type of attitude why memes actually survive, though. So congratulations to you and the other degens. You really do keep the memes alive. It's solid. Solid work. You always have to pump your bags. God, I remember being a part of those Telegram groups. That sucked. Go out there and market. Go out there and talk about... Pump your bags, guys. I'll never do that again. That is degrading, and it is a waste of my life. I will never, ever do that for a meme coin again. It's like you're calling Pepe pump when you... There's one positive thing out of here. And the positive, you did not fill the wick. That is your positive out of this entire price movement. You have not filled that wick yet. It is just a relief rally. There wasn't even an uptrend to start on Pepe. Well, yeah, it just randomly started moving with the rest of the market. Memes started catching bids. I guess on the daily, you can call this an uptrend, though. So, you had your bullish divergence. You got your mildly higher low. So that's when people start buying it. That wick doesn't need to be filled. Well, we know that from the other cryptos, too, that didn't fill it. We get that. I'm saying it's bullish that it did not fill it. Am I talking to myself? This is crazy. Pepe moved the market. No, it didn't. What? Pepe didn't move them. Are you kidding me? Can I check DIA and ABT, please? Which one looks better, bro? Passionate Fitness, I hate to do this to you, but you hit your 2 request limit, so I cannot do that for you. We're gonna maintain order here. We're gonna maintain order. Going back to the trade of the evening, we are in Zcash right now. We are looking for this thing to rally up anywhere between 550 and 565 for the evening. So this is the trade I'm currently in, and we are watching it slowly make its way up. Stop loss is sitting down here at 513.09. I will be raising my stop loss before I go to bed because I don't want to think about the trade. I have very little money in this trade, so I don't actually care if I get stopped out either. Watch Pepe tomorrow, down 5%. Well, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, honestly. I didn't look into what historically happens for crypto the first day the stock market opens up again for the new year. It could be a coin toss, but one thing we do know for certain, the banks are still struggling with liquidity. They are tapping into that overnight repo center like there's no tomorrow. They need money, and the Fed needs to print sooner than later. Fifi's a real hidden gem? What? IOA, take big profits. Take your profits, man. Go buy a house. And then rent the house. Get yourself some sustainable income. And then start staking tokens. Secure the network. Get some passive income. You know? Make the money moves that make it to where you don't have to be in the trenches. Dream, you can keep investing in Bitcoin. Garbage. I mean, right now what's happening with Bitcoin is institutions are figuring out how to start borrowing against their Bitcoin. Just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to trust the greedy billionaires to figure out how to maximize the amount of money they can get just from buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm gonna trust those greedy MFers. You own multiple rental properties? That's good. You should. Yeah, that is a bad idea. Hey, man. That's going to be the only way you get your meme coins to stick around while Bitcoin dies. The billionaires need to suck Bitcoin dry. That's what needs to happen. I only invest if the monthly turns green. I don't get baited by 1 hour's dead cat bounces. Wild. Bitcoin is way overbought. It's not going up anytime soon. Already was green on the day? Alright, so if by the end of January we have a green month, are you going to formally apologize? Or are you just going to act like you never said those words? Just wondering. Because we happen to be on the internet where a lot of people like to just, oh, I didn't say that. I remember it. But, you know, well, I didn't say it. No. Should never invest at the monthly. I think that's the difference between trading and investing. Because if you're going for like the long term, wouldn't it matter? I don't know. I'm just a guy. Just my opinion. I think it would still matter. I do like the weekly better though. We'll say that. Oh, Zcash, where the bids at, brother? Come on, Zcash, do something. Do something. I also wonder why is it Zcash gets all the bids while XMR is just getting just decimated. Just like, oh yeah, we don't rally, we don't do shit. We're back down at the 50 symbol moving average. Monero, not for everyone. Zcash is going to 0. Not as long as there's money laundering. Of course not. That's a privacy token, man. Privacy tokens are great. Keeps your shady business shady. JP Morgan Chase is probably the main culprit of pushing up Zcash because they're the shadiest business I know. Are we going to get a formal backtest from Monero? Is that what's going to happen? I mean, if we get a backtest, I don't mind that. What is this? Appreciate the insight of not one-up trading. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. God, starting off the new year right. Thank you so much. Well, you wasted 50 years then. 50 years? I'm not 50 years old. Damn. Do I look that old? I know I got some gray, but shit, 50? It's rough. I'm going to start applying for my AARP. Jeez. Crypto isn't all about charts. It's more about charts than stocks. Stocks, they can go off earnings, they can go off fundamentals, they can go off a lot of different things, but considering crypto's a momentum-based asset, a lot of it could be charts. A lot of it. Yes, we have the chat of the chat. One-up trading. One-up trading. Dude, seriously? Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I do really appreciate the $20 super chat. Really big deal. Yeah, it is. Learn how to trade. Oh, boy. Well, there's a big difference between trading and investing also. I think you guys are arguing two separate points now. So, if you guys can meet in the middle, that would be great. Because investing, you're not trading. You're holding it long-term. So you're looking at much higher time frames. You're looking at trend analysis. You're looking at a lot of other factors. If you're just trading something, then you're looking at as low a time frame as you can to get an edge over whatever the price is going to do in the next hour. So trading is way different than investing. Way different. Don't need to learn how to trade. I just hold. Well, see there? There you go. So he's not even a trader. He holds. Been holding for 10 years. Nice. Diamond hands win the most. They definitely win a ton. So this year in the stock world, though, I'm going to go the Pelosi method. That's what I'm doing. If I like a stock and it looks good, we're doing the Pelosi method. We're getting options way into the future, and then when it hits our targets, we just sell off the options. So I'm doing the Pelosi method for a year. I'm going to see how this goes. It's a shame that I can't just follow her trades because she's going to be leaving the house, guys. We're losing a good one. We're losing a good one. Most corrupt individual out there, but man, her trades were legendary. I would ask, what does Pepe do if I was in the mood, but I'll refrain. Rough. You never hold, bro. Always hold. Can't get a 20x from trading. 50x. Oh, you definitely can. Once Bitcoin goes back to 30K, you will wish you the same. Sold. I don't think Bitcoin's going to see 30K anytime soon. I don't think that's going to happen. Unless Michael Saylor has to liquidate all of his Bitcoin. But I don't see that happening. 30K, that's pretty low. Pretty darn low. Not saying trading isn't profitable either, though. Just don't pick only one thing. That's true. It's true. Be versatile. Be like water. Adapt. Trading for me made me $3 million. So yeah, it does win. All right. 30K easily by summer, brother. You know, getting 30K by summer, that's actually not hard. Get 30K in the month. That's a little bit harder of a goal for a lot of people. They'd have to average about $1,000 a day. that's a little bit harder. I think that's a more solid, attainable goal for people, especially if they're really rock solid in their trading. You can probably use $2,000 and get it done, because you can get 50% in a day. Stop trading for the day, move on. Bitcoin will probably go below 30K. I don't think it'll go below 30K, but I mean, last bear market, that one was a doozy. That was the first time 15.5 is what it got down to. First time in Bitcoin's history that it ever dropped below a previous all-time high. That was amazing. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But well, yeah, I don't think it'll do that. But governments weren't buying before. Yeah, you got some governments buying, you got states buying. But the big thing is it's the fact that we have the ETFs, and the banks are actually now getting like people's retirements tied into some crypto ETFs. So once that starts picking up a lot more, that's where we're going to see the more steady increases, but that's going to take time. It's going to take time. If you think Bitcoin is falling below 30K, then Pepe is crashing for sure. Yeah, Pepe would crash with it. A lot of meme coins would cease to exist. New ones would be coming out of the woodwork. There'd probably be a brand new Pepe token by then, though. So I'd be like, no, Pepe's still alive. It's Pepe 2.0. That's all they ever do. They just recreate and rebrand. I'm surprised. I don't know. Actually, there was a Safe Moon that popped up on the Solana network. That was pretty funny. That was my first ever 100x Safe Moon. That was great. But as soon as I got that 100x, I sold that baby so fast. So fast. I was like, oh, thank you. Then Safe Mars gave me 100x. Sold that. Pitbull. That one gave me a pretty decent return. Bonfire. I was live streaming when I got the 31x on that bad boy. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Because yeah, I was on the 5-minute time frame. As soon as I saw a lower high, I sold it, and then it just started dumping, and I was like, oh shit. That was a good time. Good time. Oh, the pandemic days were wild. You just throw a random long in Shiba Inu and it plays out. You're like, oh cool. I didn't even put a stop loss. Holy shit. Speaking of SHIB, what's SHIB been doing? SHIB gonna get any life back? What do you guys think? Should we make a poll? Is 2026 Shiba Inu's year? Whoa. What the hell? Nice bounce. Wait a minute. Whoa. I didn't realize SHIB actually caught a bounce like that. What the hell? I actually got 7% on the day. That's surprising. Oh, so this is what I'm talking about. See this wick? It filled the wick. Now it's starting to catch bids off the bottom. So Shiba Inu, it is back to its lows in a reaccumulation phase probably. But yeah, no, anybody who's been around Shiba, these are the prices you get in at, because you're thinking you could get some crazy spike eventually. Crazy spikes. So Shiba Inu, not dead yet. Not dead yet. Alright guys, I'm now officially just rambling. I'm going to go take some cough medicine. I'm going to get ready to go to bed. But I appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Chat of the chat tonight. One Up Trading. Chat of the chat. Hopefully Pepe out there can make another $100,000. And then, who knows? Maybe he'll buy a new computer. He says Shiba Inu's dead. Well, let's pay attention to what Shiba Inu did, and let's see if Pepe could not do the same thing. Let's find out. Had one bull run in it. Shiba's had 2. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I'm going to get on out of here. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. I will try to be back tomorrow if there's price action. If it looks good, I'll be back tomorrow. If not, hey, we tried. Check the links down below if you're not a part of the Discord. Join the Discord. If you need some deposit bonus money to trade with, grab the links down below. You can make your choice. Buy DeFi, Blowfin, or Weeks. Weeks just put in a nice little upgrade where you can see the liquidation mark as soon as you put in your trade. So it's trying to compete directly with Blowfin on that aspect, as well as BitUnex. But you know what? It's a nice little addition. It's fresh. It's fresh and clean. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. XDC, please. We looked at XDC. What do you mean? Happy New Year, all. Happy New Year. I guess we'll quickly go over to XDC. No, we didn't look at it, did we? We looked at XCN. All right, we'll quickly look at XDC. Currently, you are holding that 455. You lost your uptrend. Shameful. Shameful, but if we zoom out, you're in a massive falling wedge pattern. Absolute massive falling wedge. You have no confirmation low yet, so you're kind of just sitting back and waiting. Are you going to break out? Are you going to hit the bottom? We don't know. On your daily, you have a high stochastic. You tapped in that bullish control zone. Sweet. Awesome. You could go as high as 5795, but I'm thinking you're going to see a lower price, probably a confirmation low. Probably a confirmation low, so prepare yourself for that. Wait for the breakout, wait for the higher lows, wait for confirmation, wait for things, but you're stuck in a pattern. So break the pattern. Anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're amazing, you're awesome, you're beautiful. And if you haven't done so yet, go hug your parents or something if they're still around. Go do something like that. Be nice. I'm out of here. Deuces. Much love. Peace. Can I feel better? Thank you. I will hopefully feel better. Thank you. Thank you.